Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, your voice is so small. Can
Is
you
that
hear me?
yes? Is that okay?
A little much better now. How are you doing tonight?
Uh, I'm I'm great.
That's good to hear. Have you had your dinner?
Oh yes, thank
Right.
you.
Alright. So I remember I gave you some few assignments to answer,
Yes.
and I can see that you already did them. Do you want to check it right now, or do you need more time?
Yes. We
Oh,
can check right now.
all right. Let's talk about it. So the first question was, can you tell me about yourself? Now, can you read it for me, please? Your answer.
Um, it's a pleasure joining you for this interview. My name is Pei Zhen. I have worked in Bank of Taiwan for 7 years. I graduated from Stony Brook University in New York with a Master of Science in Technological System Management, with a focus on global operating management. I'm a responsible person and I love communicate with customer.
All
I
right.
have licenses in foreign exchange, loan, life insurance, property insurance, and TOEIC grade in 870.
This is much better than the first one. Very good. Very good. You did a great job with this one. Okay. Very strong, and everything is clear, and everything is direct. Well done. Now let's go to the next question. Why do you want to work here?
First, I have a willing to work abroad in China. I'm
Mhm.
confident with my adaptability to different environment. Also, I'm a quick learner and with good English ability. The most important thing is my family's fully support.
Well done. Good job. Okay. So I changed some of it. I have the willingness to work abroad. When you say abroad, it's fine, but you have to put this one in China because that's an extra information, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I'm confident with my adaptability to different environments. Or instead of saying adaptability, I am flexible. I'm confident with my no, I say adaptability. Okay. Also, I am a quick learner with English. English ability. Quick learner with a good English ability. Okay, let me change this one, okay?
Okay.
Wait, just a second. Where is quick learner? Hmm. This is actually fine. This is fine. It's just that the word ability doesn't fit with good English. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of a much better term when you use the word ability, okay?
Okay.
Because you can say it as I am a quick learner and I am fluent in English. Or you can say that I have good communication skills, specifically in English. Things like those. However, the word ability doesn't really fit with the communication. You can say as you are good with your communication skills, or you are fluent in using English. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Any from that, but your sentence is absolutely right. It doesn't have anything in it. It's just that ability doesn't really fit with the English skills or so on. English is a language. You know that, right? When you
Or,
say
yes,
ability,
or can I only use and with good English?
yes, you can say and with good English communication skills, things like that. Or
Okay.
I am fluent in English. You are
Uh,
very fluent in it.
I don't think I'm fluent in oral English.
Not
I
native, but you are fluent.
okay.
Native is, well, I mean, you're really good with your English skills. I talk really fast and you understand it even though, so I think you're really good at it. You can express yourself whenever I ask you a question. You take some time. It will take a lot of practice for that, of course, because you're not in an English-speaking country. So you're not a native, but you're really good at it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
But this is much better than your first answer from the last one. All right. Very good. We can practice that more. There's still a lot of questions. Let's go on to the next part. But before we move on, do you have any questions for me for the last two questions that we talked about?
How about the first homework? Does it anything I should add or delete?
Okay. Well, with this one, this is already good. I like it very much. The only thing that I want you to change about this is I told you to try to cite an example of an achievement that you had from your work and from your schooling days to show off your skills. But it's already okay. This is fine because you already show off your skills. It's just that you didn't add any achievement.
Okay.
Okay. But maybe you can, we'll talk about this because we still have, if you can see you can see down below that you will still answer this later on. Okay? So we're just practicing it. Let's just go to the next page or the next question, alright?
Okay.
Okay. Now, why should we hire you? Can you read it for me, please?
This is one of the most important questions that you will be asked, and you need to make sure that you have a very good answer. Try to be as specific as possible. Explain in detail why you would make a good employee, why you are the right fit for the job, and what sets you apart from other applicants. Point out your achievements, accomplishments, and applicable experience.
Okay. Now, this one is applicable.
Applicable.
Very good. Wonderful. Now, do you have any questions with the words?
Is achievement means that is some great job I did in the job.
That's right. Some notable things that you...
Notable things. Okay. And the accomplishments is the same meaning as achievements?
Actually, they mean the same. That is right. Oh my God, I'm sorry. They do mean the same. Accomplishment and achievement, they are just the same. It's just that I think accomplishment is something that you did successfully. Okay? It means that you successfully. But when we say achievement, well, these are the things that you've done successfully as well. But this one is typically with your effort, your courage, and all of your skills. But they're just the same. Okay?
Okay. So, and the applicable, is it still the same?
When we say no,
No?
no. When we say applicable, this one are this is the word appropriate or relevant or related.
Okay. Related.
That's right.
Okay.
So let's say, for example, a good when you're writing an email in English, there. No, not relative, related.
Okay. Relative.
That's right.
Relative.
Let me fix it. I can't fix it. Let me
Okay.
type it in instead. Sorry.
Should I delete?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna type it in the reply. Can you see it?
Oh, yes. Oh, relevant.
That's
relevant.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So with this one, it's why should we hire you? Now again, this is of course your achievement. Always be positive in it. Do you want to try to answer it?
Okay. My sales numbers in insurance is top last year.
Mm-hmm.
And also when I was how to say, I sell. Okay.
Maybe try to compose yourself first. Sometimes when you are asked a question and you're not sure how to answer it, try to compose yourself first. Take a deep breath, think about what you want to say before you answer. Because sometimes when you answer something that you're not sure about, it makes it hard to you're just making yourself answer it a little bit harder. So try to compose yourself first.
And when I was a gold counters, our branch's ranking in selling gold is very front. The ranking is very front. Is that okay?
When you say front, what do you mean by the word front?
Something like top. Maybe the first number 1 or number 2.
Then you can say that we ranked first in selling gold while I was. Then you continue with it.
Okay. So while I was a gold counters,
No, you can start with we ranked first while I was the gold counter or in gold counter.
While I was a gold counters, our branch rankings is how to say the rank.
Again, you can say as our branch ranking ranked first while I was.
As our branch rankings run first, while I was a gold counter.
Okay.
while I was a go counter. Our branch ranked first while I was a gold counter.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay. What else can you add to that?
Um, um, the selling number of life insurance um, is top of our branch. Is that okay?
Um, try to cite or try to give few, not really few, but just the most notable achievement that you have. That is again applicable with the job that you are applying for.
Mm. I cannot have any other notable achievement, I think, because our employee, we have different kind of work to do,
I
and it's a job, so I think it's our
You don't really need to have a lot of jobs. I mean, just the things that you know that you can be proud of and that is applicable or that you can use with the next job that you are going to apply for. What is the job that you are going to apply for? What is the main task and responsibility of that job?
I think it would a be a loan apartment or exchange rate apartment, like something like foreign apartment. I have
Okay.
worked for.
And what is the main task and responsibility of that certain job?
Mm,
Let's say, for example, if
yes.
you are, or if you are applying for as a, what's the easiest job that I can think of? If you are applying for a waiter in a restaurant, you don't need to have, you're not, you don't need to have math skills, you don't need to have very good English skills or whatnot. If you're applying for a waiter, you need to be hardworking, you need to be fast, you need to be productive, things like those. So what I want you to do is think about the skills that you have that you think that you can use for the next job that they need. Let's say, for example, if the next job they need you to be responsible for the sales, then you need to be a person or the achievement that you are going to tell them is related with sales. Okay?
So I think the relevant thing is about what I learned at college in finance.
So that is the most relevant that you can
Yes,
think of. Uh-huh.
yeah,
Can you try to
because
answer it?
I
Oh, go on.
I worked for loan department, but only for 1 month, so I'm not experienced person in that field.
It's
But
all right.
yes, but I have a license. But I think those interviewers, they cared about my experience. But but if I want to have a long apartment experience, I have to ask for my manager to change my department from from deposit to loan department. That's different.
What
Mm.
does a loan department skills have, do you think?
Um, Actually, I think sometimes they have to go out, they have to communicate with a customer, but most of the time, our managers will go with them. So most of the time, our manager will communicate with our client. If they want to borrow money and for how long and the rate, something like that, and to um, talk about the um, let me check condition.
Okay. So you need to be persuasive to be a loan or persuasive or with a good control of your communication skills. Is that right?
Yes,
You have that, right? So
yes.
try to give an achievement or try to tell them an achievement that you have that is related with your communication skills. You might not have the loan department experience. Then if you don't have it, then try to tell them that you have the same skills as a loan manager or as a loan department has.
Okay. I have a short stay in loan department only for 1 month, and I learned a lot about how to analyze customers' financial situation. And I have to, our head office give me like five, five creative companies, and I call them, and I make appointment successfully with one of them. And our manager and our
Okay, okay,
colleagues go there with me to talk about, to realize each other.
okay. I'm sorry if I'm gonna stop you, but what you're doing is telling the whole story. Now, if you tell a whole story on a job interview, it'll be it will
Too
take a lot of
long.
time.
Yes, too
That's
long.
right. So try to sum it down and then make it as detailed as possible, but direct and short. Okay. Maybe let's say, for example, why should we hire you? If what job can I think of? I'm not good with banks. Let's say, for example, a teacher. I'm not a teacher by profession. I am a broadcaster. So what does a teacher need that I also have to be hired as a teacher? Because again, I'm not a teacher by profession. I am a broadcaster. Do you know what a broadcaster does?
Yes,
Okay. Broadcaster talks on TV and tells the news, right?
yes.
That's right. So by profession, I'm not. But what are the skills or what is the main task and responsibility of a teacher? Is to relay or to share information that the teacher has to her student, to pass information, to be able to let the student know the skills that a teacher knows so that, or to spark the student's interest for them to be able to learn, right? It's easy to teach, but it's hard to spark one student's interest. So if I am going to apply, or when I applied for this position, they asked me why should they hire me. And of course, what I would tell them is not I'm good at my job, because my job is, again, a broadcaster. I'm not going to say that because I'm not applying for a broadcaster. I'm applying for a different job. So what will I say? I am good in instilling the knowledge to my students. Or two, I am good at instilling knowledge. I have the passion of sharing what I know to the people who would like to learn. So again, think about what the skills of that certain job.
Okay.
And then, even though that your job is different from them, you don't need to tell them that you had the experience. You just have to tell them that the skills that you have is applicable to the skills that they need. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, you just have to remember the word applicable. You just have to have the applicable skills that they need. The experience can be worked out. I mean, you already work for their bank. They know what you did for their bank. And they know that you're good and you're great. That you just have to make them realize that the skills that you have is applicable to the job or the skills that they need. Alright? I'm going to give you this as an assignment because you're really good when you're thinking about what you want to do. So let's just put this as a homework so we won't waste a lot of time in it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Because, I mean, we're going to waste time if we're going to spend a whole lot of question in here. So let's go to the next part, okay? Oh, questions. Go on.
Yes.
Sorry.
Do you know about different department in bank?
I
The
told
name.
you my mom works for a bank, and one department that I know of is fraud department, because my mom works at fraud department. The other one, of course, is the credit card. The other one is, I mean, I know the credit cards. I don't. And then the other one maybe are the people who open your savings account, and maybe the people who, I'm not really sure.
Saving account in our department, our bank only separate to 3 different departments.
Okay.
One is loan, but I'm not sure the name in English. One is loan department, just want to borrow customer money, and loan lend money, and
Mhm.
including credit card is also in loan
Loans. I
department.
see.
Yes, and the second one is deposit department.
Mhm.
People will open an account or deposit their money in the bank.
Oh, deposit.
A deposit.
That's right.
That's the second department.
Mhm.
And the third department is people will come here because they want to go travel abroad, and they have to exchange from.
Their currency.
Yes, they
I
want
see.
to exchange the currency, and maybe some people they want to transfer their currency to abroad,
Mhm.
something like that. And
And which department are you from?
I stayed the longest department is deposit department.
The deposit.
Deposit
Okay.
deposit department.
And what skills do you think that you, as staying in the deposit department, have for the loan department, or what they're looking for the loan department?
I have a good service to my customers, so
There, that's a good example. You can say, I have good customer service skills.
good customer.
Customer service. I'm typing in. Oh, go on. You can type it in.
Good customer service skill.
That's right. If you're really good at that, I mean, the loan department, just like you told me, they talk to a lot of customers, and they really need that.
Yes, because some customer they very appreciate my service, and they remember me. Even though now I'm in the back of the counter, I'm not the first line of the counter.
They still look for you.
Yes.
That's nice to hear. A lot of people really does appreciate good customer service skills, because not a lot of people who work in the front line have that kind of skill. So if you have that, showcase it. You have to tell your interviewer that you have this kind of skill, because this is one of a notable skill that you have that you can use as a loan department officer, or whatever it is called.
And I do care about customers' feeling.
That's good. That's good. So you can also, well, good customer service skills, and then you can cite some accomplishment or achievement that you have from that. If you cannot cite an accomplishment or achievement, you can tell them a very short and direct story that is relevant from good customer service skills. And then you can add your communication skills. Since you have a good command with your communication skills, it also helps the customer's needs, right?
Okay.
I think the loan department the loan department need that kind of skills because just like you said, they talk to a lot of customers. And talking to a lot of customers need good command with your communications, right?
Yes.
Alright. Since what else can you think of? And then, since this will be your homework, think of what you want to say, make it long first, and then try to make it short and direct as it goes, right?
Okay.
Right. So just think of all the ideas you can think of, and then when you think that everything is good, then try to rewrite it as a direct and short one. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Let's go to the next phase. Why did you leave? Well, you're not going to leave your last job. Well, you are because you're applying for another job, another company. So let's try to answer this. Why did you leave your last job? Please read it.
This is actually more of a test than a question. The interviewer wants to see what pushes your buttons. Your answer should be as honest as possible. But whether you do, try not to sound bitter, angry, or violent. And most importantly, do not badmouth your former company, boss, or co-workers. That's important.
I don't think you're gonna badmouth anyone from your company because you're still gonna work at the same company.
Yes.
Okay, now, why did you leave your last job? This one, stay as positive as you want to be. As they say, don't make any bad comments as much as possible, but try to be honest. I know the reason why you want to apply for this job is you want to grab the opportunity to have a more good salary and, to experience working abroad, right?
Yes.
Right. But try to make it much more, just try not to be someone who cares about money too much. So make it sound as positive as that, okay? You just want to grab the opportunity to have a course to work abroad, and this will be an upgrade or an experience for me to be able to handle loan department, right? You said it's an upgrade of your job, loan department, right?
Yes.
That's right. So try to work your answer from there. Do you want to try to answer it?
Okay. But I think what you explained is very
Basically it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
you said that grab the opportunity to have a cross
Oh
or
no. Grab
words
the
I'm
opportunity to, let me type it in. Oops.
grab the opportunity to be able to experience working abroad. Oh, that's good. And it will be best to
What was that? We can't really say upgrade because of course I think, oh no, what did I click? I'm sorry. Hmm.
best for my skills. And can I say I want to learn more? No.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Hmm.
I want to learn more.
About what would you like to
About
learn?
learn more about skills in.
Maybe you can say the industry that you are in.
Okay, more about the industry.
The industry that you are in is, of course, with the financial industry, right?
Yes.
Okay, you can use this, right?
Great.
If you want to add anything into it, you can think about it. If you think you can make it much better, you can think about it as well. But as short as this one is alright, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now let's go with where do you see yourself in 5 years? Can you read it for me?
Why do interviewers continue to ask this question? Because it shows them how motivated you are, and it offers insight into your professional intentions. Instead of telling the interviewer that you would like to be a sailing in the Bahamas, try offering information about your professional goals as they relate to your job or industry.
Okay. Whenever I answer this question, I always answer it with I see myself 5 years from now, still in the same company, but with a higher position. That's what I usually tell them. Because I would really love to be at the same company with a higher position, right? There's nothing wrong with the company that you're in. But of course, if it's not going to give you more opportunity, then it's time to look for a job. But if it's going to give you more opportunity, then I would love to stay in the company for 5 years, right?
Okay.
Okay. Do you want me to type that answer?
Yes, I'm trying to, but I cannot catch all the
words. I will type it. I'm sorry.
What means hopefully yours?
Hopefully the company that you are applying for. Because you're not hired yet. So you can't really assume that the company, the company will, you can't assume that the company will hire you. So you can just say, hopefully I'll get hired. And then, of course, with a higher position, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you want to add anything into it, you can do. If you want to change it, you can do. Do you have any question with that?
But what if, because we will have a higher position because of the years. Every 2 years we will get a higher position.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, and but something like that. If I'm from level 6 to level 7, and it takes 2 years, and the 7 to 8 it will take 2 years as well. But if I want to go to level 9, I have to pass the exam in our bank. And if I have number 1, maybe no, I mean if I'm top 5% grade, and I can become level 9. You know what I mean, right?
Well, I understand what you mean. Maybe what you meant is the seniority of your work and the workload. Is that right?
Yes. So, but from level 9 is a kind of manage. You can manage people. You can manage something like management level. And level 10 is a real, you need to have a good relationship with managers or something like that. And the manager will give you a good grade, and it will help your promotion.
I see. For you to get a level 10.
Yes, so from level 9 to level 10, the most, some people will take at least, no, I cannot say that. Some of the people will take about 5 to 7 years, but people, if the is not be liked by manager, will take maybe 15 years. And
15 years, wow.
yeah, 15 years is the longest for one level, and they will, because it cannot take any more at level 9, so it will upgrade to level 10. Do you know? Very hard to explain.
No, I understand what you mean. Although that 15 years is very long. So every 2 years, you will get promoted. Is that right?
Yes.
So let's say, for example, on this 5 years, if you are going to apply for the loan department, which are you going to start at level 1?
No, we start at level, depends. Some people come here and they take an exam from level 5, or some in level 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it depends on the scores that you have.
Not scores, but the qualification.
I see. So
Yeah.
if you are very qualified for this job, you can get, for the job that you're applying for, you can start at level 6. Is that right?
Yes, like loan person, if they have a loan license and experience in other banks for two years experience, they can start at level 6. But
Wow.
if you are just graduated from college,
Fresh graduate.
yes, maybe, and you don't have any experience, but you just pass the exam. The exam is 5 subjects,
Mm-hmm.
something like Chinese, English, and something like about economy.
Okay.
Yes, there are 5 subjects there, and if people pass the exam, at least, because the lowest level is 5.
Okay.
Yes.
I see. So the lowest level that you can get on is level 5. Is that right?
Yes.
I
And if you have a license, if you are a lawyer, even you just have the license in lawyer, and you can start, I think it's level 7 or level 8.
Wow. In finance, you can apply at a financial company with if
We
you're
do
a lawyer.
We do have employee is very good at law,
I
and
see.
they have to graduate it from
Law school.
relevant field.
I see. And what kind of major did you have when you were in college?
Oh, business administration.
Oh, that's nice, right?
Yes. Yes, nice.
Okay. Well, I guess in 5 years, I mean, even though that in your case every 2 years you will improve, or I mean you will in every 2 years
Upgrade.
you will have a higher position, or you will get promoted every 2 years. It's still gaining more levels will still gain you higher position, right? But if you want to change that, it's all right. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe
Alright.
you can say I can see myself with the same company with more working experience or with more skills in the industry. Things like those, right?
Okay. Can you type
Yes, of
in?
course.
Thanks. Okay. With more skills in the industry. With more experience.
Okay. You can still edit those. You can still think about whatever suits you. Those are just some suggestions, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now we go to top interview questions. So these are interview questions, work history. So name of company, position, title, description, dates, and employment. Let's not talk about this one. You already know this. So what were your expectations for the job, and to what extent were they met? Maybe this is asked for your current job. So what were your expectations for the job, and to what extent were they met? It's kind of odd question.
I understand that I have to pass some exam in China if I obtain the job, and I must be very know about the their law for bank, their limitation and their how to say regulation.
Okay.
Yes, and also I have to have some license in China, of course, but I don't know the detail now.
Okay, so this question is actually about what you are expecting for the job you're applying for. This one, I'm not sure what this meant, because of course you're just expecting it, so you're not really sure. I mean, they weren't met yet because you're just expecting it. So let's delete this one on this side because I don't think it's appropriate, and let's make this the question. So what supposed to be are, not were, because it's in present, it's not in the past. So what are your expectations for the job?
Okay. I hope that I can have more experience and more skills.
Okay, let me give you some examples, okay?
Okay.
Let me type it in over here. There you go.
Wow.
Okay. Try to read it.
Okay. In my previous job, my expectation based on the job description and the interview was that my job would involve working primarily on team-based projects.
That's why. Let me change this question, okay? What were your expectations with your previous job?
Oh.
Not for
your previous job. Ultimately, many more of my projects than expected were ones I developed and completed on my own. While my expectations were not quite met, this independence allowed me to greatly strengthen my skills in all aspects of project development.
Okay, So this is one example of expectation that you had for your previous job. Okay? Do you think it's a good answer?
Yes.
Okay. If you think that is good, you can definitely use some of the phrases from there and change it with the expectation that you had with your previous job and to what extent we're taking. Okay?
Okay.
Just the phrases. Don't use every bit of word because, of course, your expectation is different from the expectation from the example. So just choose some phrases that you want to use and write down another one that you think that you can use. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Let's set this as your homework, and I would like to see your answer on Wednesday. So I'm sorry if I'm not letting you answer for now because we're almost done. I want to discuss as many questions as we can. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now let's go to the next one. What were your starting and final level of compensation? Do you know what compensation means?
No.
Okay.
No.
No.
I don't know.
Okay, it's alright. This is actually compensation means your salary and your benefit.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So salary and benefit, that's a compensation. So what were your starting and final level of compensation? Try to answer this, of course, as honest as you can be. It's just checking if your worth. Okay?
Okay.
Usually they ask you your salary and compensation to know how much you are worth to the company. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you some examples. Okay, try to read it.
My initial salary was X. Over the years, I took on more responsibilities, including managing my own team and running projects. These are the type of responsibilities I know you are hoping your ideal candidate can handle. Due to this increase in responsibility, my final salary was Y.
Okay, so it provided how much she started or the compensation she started with, and it provided her final compensation. Meaning, because if you started at $10 and you ended at $10, meaning you didn't really sell that much, right?
Yes.
If your salary increases, meaning you also, or your responsibility increases, meaning you got promoted several times, right?
Right.
So this one is a good answer. If you like this answer, again, you can use some of the phrases that was used here. Okay?
Okay.
Do you have any question with this? Hello?
Yes,
Oh, there you are.
I'm thinking.
It's alright, I'm sorry. I thought you were gone. For a second, I wasn't hearing anything. I realized what happened. I'm sorry. Okay.
No question.
Okay. This isn't really a hard question yet. I mean, your expectation and your compensation. This is just checking if, well, they're just checking your experiences. Okay? Okay. Okay. Now, let's talk about the last question. And the last question that we're going to talk about today is, what were your responsibilities?
It's a hard one.
Because you have a lot, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna give you this one on an example. Oh, why am I there? Here we go. Now try to read it.
I was hired as the marketing director at company A at the salary of Y. When I first started working for company A, I supervised the introduction of a new cleaning product. Sales for the product exceeded expectations during both the first and second year, and I was rewarded with a raise to Z, promotion to executive director of marketing, and an annual 10% bonus. Shortly thereafter, I started a family with the adoption of my twins. Adoption, okay, and
Okay.
decided to downshift my career for 3 years. The company convinced me to stay on as a marketing analyst for 3 days a week for the reduced salary of M.
Okay. Now let's have another example. This, can you read it to me?
Okay. My initial salary was X. Over the years, I took on more responsibilities, including managing my own team and running projects. These are the type of responsibilities I know you are hoping our ideal candidate can handle. Due to this increase in responsibility, my final salary was Y.
Okay, wonderful. Now, if you are going to answer the question or the question about your responsibility, try to remember this three questions.
Okay.
Wait, this one. This one. Okay.
Okay. Why do I think I know how to do this function? When have I actually had to use these skills? How effective was I in performing this part of the job? What examples can I use to prove my aptitude for this job task?
So again, they're asking about your responsibilities. So try to think about this question, and the best way to respond is to describe your responsibility in detail. Connect with, just like I told you, try to be relevant to the job description they are looking for. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So we don't have any time left. I would like to see your answers for the following question on Wednesday. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. You can definitely do that. Try reading best answer this one so that you will have an idea. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. If you will have any more questions, message me through Skype. It's really nice having you today. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye for now.
Bye bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you as well. Good night.
Good night.